Thank you for joining Past the Sopapillas, the podcast where we share homegrown success stories, inspiration, and fresh ideas for a brighter future right here in New Mexico. We had so many great questions from listeners that we're releasing a bonus episode. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Past the Sopapillas podcast. Now, this is my favorite part of the podcast because this is where we show what it means to be community. Not only are we here together to talk about what we do, but we invite our community members to come give us questions from the audience in that way.
I have two questions. May I ask both of them? Okay. So in the first interview, what I felt was such powerful change and momentum. And in the second interview, what I felt was such powerful joy. So I just wanted to thank you all for doing these interviews. They were really, really moving. So the first question, for the first set of interviewees, you had talked about, our leaders, our policymakers, the folks that, sort of determine our external lives that we have to live in. What is a message that you would give to them? We hear all the time because I work closely with a lot of community leaders, politicians and such, and they talk a lot about, going to the community and listening to them and hearing what they have to say. But what would you like to say to them that would get them to do the thing that they need to do? Does that make sense? Like that action that they need to take? Because it's one thing to listen, it's another thing to act.
I think first they need to come down to the South Valley and sit in circle with our families. And that's something that we're actively doing. We just had Deb Holland 2 weeks ago come down, and not for a campaign event, but to come and sit in circle, that we opened with a prayer with families and kids on ankle monitors, kids who just got out, kids who might be going away for decades, and their families and mothers and fathers of people who are inside the walls right now, and just to listen. What's going on? What's happening? I think there's a lot of rhetoric that happens. There's a lot of media coverage when young people do something wrong. And there's this idea that if we can just lock up more teenagers, because it's really the teenagers who are ruining our community, and that's the idea coming all the way down from the governor's office, all along the continuum of the political decision makers, that young people are the problem that need to be fixed. And from our perspective, young people are the solution to all of the problems that we're experiencing in our community. So I would tell elected officials, come down to the South Valley and listen to those young folks.
Yes, thank you. And what's your second question?
So one of the things that that really stood out to me, I'm a first-generation immigrant to this country, but I feel very American, like I'm a huge patriot. A lot of immigrants are this way because we're here, we're really going to be here, we're fully here. But one of the things that you had said in your interview, in the second interview, was this comment about code switching and how it's so pivotal and essential to who we are, because in order for us to find success in the world that we live in, we feel like we have to do that. And so my second question is, what would you say to young folks seeking authenticity and also who are seeking success in this world about what it means to fully embody authenticity while still finding that voice and success in the world? Because it does require some level of code switching. How do you, hold on to that authenticity while still having to navigate these systems that we live in?
I'd say truly be yourself. Be yourself, be the best version of yourself that you can, and just be involved in your community, because if other people see you for who you really are, you're going to make some great connections, you're going to make some great memories and friends, and through our community is really what's going to push us to be better. So truthfully, I say just be the best version of yourself that you can be. Don't be afraid to embarrass yourself or to make mistakes, because we all do.
I think sometimes we learn more from those mistakes and embarrassing ourselves than from the times where we succeed.
Exactly, yeah. If you're not making mistakes, you're not doing something right, I think.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for your question. Thank you for being here. Yes.
Hello. I just wanted to thank you all for being here. It was amazing to be in the audience and just hear about all the good work that everyone's doing. And I love how much love we have for youth this afternoon, because I feel like youth always gets looked over and sort of swept under the rug. So my question has to do with that, as a generation now that is on its way out as opposed to on its way up. What can we do every day just to be better ancestors, really, like for the youth, just in our everyday lives? What can we do?
How do you think we can be better ancestors in that way?
Yeah, it's hard, right? For me to think like I'm the auntie now, right? I know we are the ancestors. But I'm a powerful auntie. I'm a warrior. And that's what my culture has done for me. And that's how we build our youth, how we empower them. We let them know they have that same power, and now we're just passing it along, and it's for them to take, right? And to sustain and to teach them that sustainability, so that they have the power to overcome all those imposed identities that they have on them and to start to lead us, right? So that's my response.
Yes. Well, thank you for your response and thank you for your question. Thank you for being here. Now, what I'm going to do is I want to invite each of you to take a sopapilla, and then I want you to share with us how you like to eat your sopapillas, how you take them, how your favorite way to have one.
Mine is warm with honey.
I like a good stuffed sopapilla with beans and chile.
Yes, I like it with so much honey that it gets sticky and messy and ruins my clothes, but that's the only way to eat them.
With ice cream. Yeah, stuff them up with them. Oh, yeah.
I eat mine with beans and rice. Not inside. I like to sop it up with the beans
Oh,
and rice. Yeah.
respect. Yes, because this is who we are when we're at our best, when we're doing what we need to do to not only heal, but to become community and good ancestors in that way. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for sharing with us your shine in that way. And thank you for listening to the Pass the Sopapillas podcast. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. Do you love hearing about what's working to improve New Mexico's future? Check out more Pass the Sopapillas episodes on YouTube or find us wherever you get your podcasts. Pass the Sopapillas is presented by the W.K. Kellogg Foundation.